Welcome to Sasol's flagship production facility at Secunda, a factory complex that proudly pursues a path of excellence in safety. The Sasol plant is a national security key point and must legally comply with all laws regarding its safety and security. All roads and access points to and from the Sasol Secunda site are fully secure.
Morning, sir.
And nobody may enter the secondary and primary areas unless explicitly authorized. Sasol has always applied a keen awareness of safety, health and environmental issues, which influences the behavior of all its members as well as its contractors and visitors to its site. Safety is taken so seriously that it constitutes one of Sasol's 6 shared values, which are customer focus, winning with people, safety, excellence in all we do, continuous improvement, and integrity. If you visit the site as one of a group or as an individual, you must report to the security checkpoint with your barcoded ID document or passport. No driver's license will be accepted for identification. Once your visit is finished, please hand back any access cards and work permits on your way out. If you visit the site, you will need to stay in close contact to your host, who must be a Sasol employee. Visitors should obey all safety rules and observe all warnings and signs regarding their activities and behavior, and should remain with their host and travel with him or her until their visit has ended. The Sasol plant, as part of its normal operation, produces hazardous gases and chemicals that may be harmful to your health if you are exposed to them by accident. In the unlikely event of a hazardous gas release, chemical spillage or fire, everyone has to seek shelter at dedicated emergency assembly points for their protection. This is the gas alarm. It has a 2.5 second on and a 2.5 second off cycle. This is the fire alarm. It has a 10 second on and a 2.5 second off cycle. This is the site emergency warning system. It has a 3-minute wailing sound. This is the all clear alarm. It has a 3-minute steady tone. When gas or fire alarms are heard, you don't need to panic. The visitor's host is qualified to understand the emergency alarms and the procedures that must be followed. Also note that you may not walk or run around without your host being with you. Stay calm and listen to your host's instructions. Please obey him or her as you make your way to the emergency assembly point. All individual visitors are compelled to follow the following directives. No alcohol or drugs may under any circumstances be brought into the plant, nor may anyone be under the influence of drugs or liquor. No eating is allowed on site except in the designated areas. No smoking is allowed except in the designated areas. Even if you're driving through the plant, you may not smoke because it can still be dangerous. No cameras are allowed on site, and no photographs may be taken on the plant without authorization. Even the cameras in cell phones are prohibited and should be handed in at security before entering the plant. No firearms are allowed on site, please hand in all firearms at security for safekeeping. The use of cell phones is prohibited in or near all production areas without exception. All tools and/or equipment should be checked in at security before entry into the plant. The same rule applies to laptops. Visitors should obey all traffic signs. Give right-of-way to trucks, heavy machinery and rail traffic, and always wear their safety belt while driving on site. The speed limit should be obeyed at all times, both inside and around the plants. Visitors who fail to comply will be fined. It is compulsory for all visitors to wear personal protective equipment in production areas as indicated. PPE can comprise of safety shoes, a hard hat, eye protection, ear protection, gloves, fire retardant, zero flame overalls. Your host is responsible to ensure you are in possession of all required PPE. All visitors should report any spillage witnessed so that these leaks or spillages can be cleaned up in the correct manner, and water on site should be used carefully and responsibly. Visitors should report any illegal dumping, leaking tankers, or any unsafe actions or practices committed by anybody on site. While on site, visitors may not litter. The correct waste bins, which are specially marked for each type of waste they contain, should be used. If in doubt, ask your host. The Sasol factories are protected by full-time emergency and security staff, and its firefighting teams are exceptionally qualified and supported by state-of-the-art equipment. Full-scale emergency exercises are practiced at regular intervals to test their state of readiness and to hone their skills. In addition, a medical center is available on site to cater for emergencies. It is comforting for Sasol visitors to know that their hosts have had all the relevant and required safety training. In addition to remaining with visitors at all times and being observant about prevailing wind conditions, all visitor escorts will ensure that they remain in radio contact with the plant's control room. Sasol continues to refine its safety, health and environmental procedures and practices. It also empowers its staff to contribute with good ideas, as well as to understand their interdependence on one another and the environment. This ethic has led to greater productivity, greater respect, and a greater understanding of each individual's role in continuing to build a globally respected, innovative enterprise that reaches new frontiers of excellence in safety every day. Enjoy your time here and be safe.